The phone rang while I was folding her laundry, her shirts, her soft sweaters, the ones she said she only wore for me. I remember the hum of the dryer behind me, the smell of warm cotton, my hands moving on autopilot. Then the voice on the other end said my uncle's name, said the words "passed away," said "inheritance," said 4.8 million, like it was spare change. For a moment I forgot how to breathe. My wife had been drowning in debt for months. Quiet calls from collectors, her parents nearing foreclosure. I had watched her unravel, thread by thread, trying to carry everyone's weight alone. Or so I believed. I imagined the relief on her face, the way her shoulders might finally loosen, the small smile she hadn't worn in months. I wanted to give her that moment. I wanted to be the one who saved her. When the call ended, I stood there in the silent bedroom, gripping my phone so hard my hand shook. Then I walked toward the door. I opened it, ready, almost eager, to tell her everything. But halfway down the hallway, I heard voices from the kitchen. Hers, and another, a man's. Something in their tones froze me in place. Not the words, the laughter. Soft, close, intimate. My hand tightened around the railing, and in that stillness, something in me shifted, quietly, permanently. I didn't move, didn't breathe. The stairs became a cliff edge I stood on alone. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "He thinks it's just stress." His reply was lower, confident. "You're playing him perfectly." My pulse thudded once, heavy enough to echo in my ears. I waited for clarification, for something harmless, something that wouldn't splinter my chest. But she kept talking. "Just a few more months. Once the divorce settlement goes through, we'll be fine." A pause. "And he won't question it. He never does." A lie dressed as concern. A betrayal disguised as exhaustion. A stranger's voice where love should have been. I felt my throat tighten, but my expression stayed neutral, controlled. I listened like someone listening to their own autopsy. Footsteps, a scrape of a chair. Then her final, quiet confession, the one that finished the job. "He's too good of a man." I closed my eyes, and in that moment I knew two things. One, she didn't love me. Two, this wasn't spontaneous. It was engineered. A performance she'd been rehearsing for months, maybe longer. I stepped back from the stairs, silent, invisible, the truth lodging itself like a blade under my ribs. But I didn't confront her. Not yet. Revenge tastes best when prepared slowly. Over the next week, I became a different version of myself. On the surface, nothing changed. I made breakfast. I asked about her day. I kissed her forehead when she pretended to be stressed. Inside, I was sharpening. I checked her phone when she showered, found messages, hidden galleries, deleted call logs, screenshots of bank transfers, money she wasn't supposed to have sent to a name I didn't recognize. I ordered a DNA test for reasons I refused to articulate even to myself. I checked our finances, every corner, every shadow. The numbers painted a story she never meant for me to read. She was draining me, slowly, methodically, while preparing a life with someone else. I visited my uncle's lawyer, signed the paperwork, moved the inheritance into an account she couldn't touch. She thought she was manipulating me. The truth was quieter, more precise. I was watching her collapse without touching a single piece. Every night, I lay beside her, feeling the heat of her body, wondering how long she had been gone. Every morning, I smiled. She thought the smile meant trust. It meant calculation. The DNA results arrived on a Wednesday afternoon. I opened the envelope at the dining table, read the lines twice, then once more, slowly, letting the words settle. Probability of paternity, 0%. The child she claimed we lost last year, the grief she weaponized whenever she needed sympathy, it was never mine. I felt nothing, just a cold, spreading clarity. When she came home, she was humming. She smelled like a man's cologne that wasn't mine. I slid the envelope across the table. "What's this?" she asked. "A truth you forgot to hide," I answered. She opened it. Her face drained. Her breath hitched. "I can explain." "I know," I said. And that was the worst part for her, that I wasn't angry, just done. I stood, calm, unmoved. "I heard you," I said quietly. "In the kitchen. The divorce, the settlement, the plan." She staggered back as if struck. "No, it's not what you think. I inherited $4.8 million. Her eyes widened, hope flickering first, then panic when she realized my tone held no warmth. "I moved it into a separate account," I added. "You'll never touch a cent." She reached for me. "Please, we can fix this. I made mistakes, but—" I stepped away. The distance between us became a verdict. "You didn't make mistakes," I said. "You made plans." The truth hit her harder than any shouted accusation. She folded into herself, sobbing, begging, unraveling. But I felt nothing. She had spent months crafting a future without me. I simply removed myself from her script. I packed while she cried. Quiet, steady movements, shirts, documents, a watch my uncle once gave me. She crawled after me, voice cracking, saying my name like a lifeline. But her voice couldn't reach me anymore. At the doorway, I paused. Not to forgive, not to reconsider, just to look at the life she destroyed by trying to take it from me. "You said I'd blame myself," I murmured. "You were right." I stepped out, but never again. The door clicked shut behind me, a soft, final sound, the kind that doesn't echo because there's nothing left inside to echo against.